Hey there, and welcome to the Mandatory Social Interaction Show. My name is Tim of Insert Coin Theater, joined as always by my excellent co-host, Mr. Ben Burns. Hey, Ben.
Yes, my name is Ben from the Ben Show. I don't have like a show name really.
Ben Show. Well, we are playing Viscera Cleanup Detail,
Which is something I've never played before, but I have a mop that looks like an alien face. Oh, my,
Yeah, that's your mom.
Yeah, I know. There we
All
go.
right.
That's a little better.
Okay, so before we get going, the best thing to do is to pick stuff up, but we gotta find where the we're gonna track a lot of footprints, a lot of bloody footprints. But we're gonna go ahead and we gotta find out where everything is. First thing we need to find is this thing.
Okay.
That creates the containers so that we can put stuff in there, and then we gotta incinerate them, and we need to find the incinerator, which is over here, and that's where we're gonna burn all the stuff. So pretty much the point of this game, for those who have never seen it before, is you are cleaning up after a science fiction horror movie,
Basically,
where
Doom.
there's pretty much stuff like that, like horror games or horror movies. So there's gonna be a lot of blood that we gotta mop up. There's gonna be a lot of dead bodies or
Oops.
body parts that we gotta clean up.
Oops.
And we pretty much gotta make sure that we.
Oops. I don't know what I'm doing. How do you pick stuff
All
up?
right, switch to your hands,
Oh, okay.
and then click on it, and then right click to let it go. And then to get a new one of these, it'll spit one out over here. I'm just gonna pull a bunch of these out.
Okay.
So that we have them, because we're gonna fill them up quick. And then you just throw the whole container in the furnace when you fill it up.
Okay, so I guess I'll just start over here.
So yeah, it's a physics game. It's a physics cleaning game, believe it or not, which is very interesting. But it's pretty chill, pretty relaxing. I play it a lot with my wife. Oh, it spat out a bunch of body parts. And yeah, so overall, it's a pretty great game. I really love this game, and really have a good time with it, because it's one of those things, like, I don't like cleaning, but I like playing this game because it really is just something you can unwind with. It's pretty great.
Damn it. Get this stupid plate out of here.
So, what do we got on our topics list? Because I know we were talking about something, but I've lost track.
So, what does this metal plate do?
It just needs to get burned, I guess.
Okay. Well, I'll put it there and I'll figure it out later.
The easiest way to do this is, well, it's not going to want to fit, is it? Wow, it just knocked me backwards. We might not be able to destroy these. These should be okay to leave.
Okay.
So, in theory, we can just stack them near the incinerator and be fine. Don't burn, barrels and crates don't need to be burned.
Oh.
There's a place where you'll put those to stack them for bonus points. The only thing you'll need to burn is, like, body parts, and buckets, and stuff like that. So,
Okay.
what's up, honey? No, I don't have my Steam messages up. Come in here. Come in here and talk to me. What do you need? What? Okay, hop in. I'll send you an invite. You want me to send you an invite? Are you on? Yeah, we're on TeamSpeak. Yeah, we are. You're on the wrong TeamSpeak then. Oh my gosh.
Is there any way to, like, rotate a box?
She's gonna help us clean.
That's fine.
While we're cleaning.
Is there any way to, like, rotate a box so it's...
Yeah, just click. When you've got it picked up, click, and it will set it straight.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good to know, and I have to pick up all my crap again.
Yeah, did you spill it?
Yeah.
I do that all the time. Hold on, let me send my wife this.
That's fine. So, let's see. Another topic. We talked about favorite YouTube shows in our last video. And there was one thing that you were talking about, I think, a little while ago that we had written down. And we have something called getting professional versus having authenticity with what you're doing. And I think that that's actually a really interesting idea, because, like, if you are not being authentic, like you're just being a streamer for the lols,
Yeah.
like, how does that compare? Like, being an authentic person, being a streamer who just does what the crowd wants.
Right, right, and actually, there's a surprising amount of that.
Joined your channel.
Hey, Reki.
Hey,
Hello.
crashing your party.
Aw.
That's fine.
So,
I don't know I don't know what I'm doing here anyway.
We're doing the mandatory social interaction show. So, but anyways, so yeah, I'm with you. If you stream to just, you know, like you said, for the lulz, then it's like, I don't know, the community has no real staying power, and it's not really a community a lot of people want to be involved with. Like, one of the big things I've noticed is there's a lot of communities out there that are just like straight up abusive, like kind of like how 4chan is overall.
Yeah.
And not to say, I mean, 4chan has its place and it does its thing, but the anonymity gives people a lot more, I don't know, confidence to be a jerk.
Yeah.
And there are communities like that on Twitch and things like that. So to me, it's just being authentic is way more valuable than being fake. So,
Yeah, definitely.
yeah, and I mean, I know that that's another one of those kind of like broad brush type things, because I mean, their personalities have their place, and
Why are stairs so hard for boxes?
because it's a physics game.
Well, if you hold down shift, you can walk. That helps.
Yeah, it helps you from spilling everything everywhere.
Get in there!
Join
Get in the
game.
fire!
So Reki's gonna help us clean up.
I burned something. Yeah.
So, like, I don't know. I think personalities have their place, and I think that they're important to have. Like, I mean, like the more, not personalities, but personality, right? But like less genuine, more like characters. That's what I'm looking for. Characters have their place, and I mean they exist, and I mean that's the thing. I mean there's a streamer out there. I can't remember what she goes by, and it's one of those things that I just kind of block from my memory because she drives me nuts. But she does kind of a I guess calls it satirical. I don't know how true that is, but she pretty much plays up the whole cam girls on Twitch thing a lot, and she plays the character of being a cam girl to make fun of it.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things that it's like her community is extremely toxic, and it's like at the point where it's hard to put your finger. It's hard for me to put my finger on it, but like where it's like she's so dedicated to the role that she's not. It doesn't look like it's making fun of it anymore. It looks genuine.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things where I think that. Well, I'm not going to name names, right? Let's.
No, there's no reason
I remember
to do
the name.
that.
There's no reason to do that, but it's one of those that's like you get so deep undercover, and then you get Stockholm syndrome, and you fall in love with it, and you know, like it becomes part of your identity, and like I don't know. I find it so convincing that it's hard to tell if it's like it's not being made fun of if it's not funny or scathing or biting. It's if you're doing exactly what you're railing against, it becomes hypocritical and not satirical.
Well, yeah, it's just it might just be an excuse to do it.
Yeah,
because
like,
oh, look how ironic, or look how
experiment. It's a joke, bro. It's a joke.
Oh, there's lights. That's
so
nice.
It's one of those things. Like, there's a couple of them. There's a couple of streamers out there like that, and it drives me nuts. Like, and I know people gonna do what they want to do, and that's their prerogative. I can't dictate how people do their stuff, and I wouldn't want to.
Yeah.
But their communities are not interesting communities. They're not fun communities. It's just full of people that are like, LOL, show me your boobs, LOL, that sort of stuff. And it's not a healthy community at all. It's not something that is even an interesting community to be involved with. So
yeah.
I don't know. It always drives me nuts.
Well, and at that point, it seems like it's more of a job than a hobby. Like,
yeah,
they're doing that for money.
Right.
And that, like, period.
Well, that's exactly what it is. It's about that partnership and that you know, that Twitch money versus doing anything worth, you know, being yourself. And the thing for me is, if I were to do this, well, you just knocked over a bucket of bloody water.
Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah.
Deal with
You
it.
spilled it everywhere.
Deal with
But,
it.
Like for me, and I mean, I'm
Yeah,
talking from
sorry.
my perspective, so I want to make sure that's really clear because I can't tell people, you know, how to live their lives, and that I wouldn't want to. I want people to, you know, be happy doing their own thing. Oh gosh,
Get out of my way. I'm busy.
we're all busy, but I wish, like for me, I want streaming to be something I love.
Yeah.
And it is something I love, and I wouldn't want it to become like something that bores me because I have to be something I'm not. Like I'm much more comfortable in my own skin than I am in the persona of something else or somebody else.
Yeah.
Right? So that's where like when I see these kind of personalities, I'm just kind of like, eh. Like, and then I see the community around them, and I'm like, that's not even remotely close to what I want to have for my own setup. I mean, I don't know about you.
No, and honestly, I don't follow. I mean, I follow some Twitch channels, and I subscribe to like Reddit's Twitch, and I think that there's a lot of good information on like our Twitch, but I also feel like there's a lot of toxicity there for the same reasons that you're saying, that there's a lot of people out there who aren't really doing it for anything other than the money. Like they don't have any passion for what they're doing. They'd just rather cam girl or, you know, whatever.
And in my opinion, it's a real issue because I mean, what does that sort of thing? What does and I'm not picking on just cam girls here.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I'm picking on the streamers who go into the talk show category and don't actually have a talk show. They're playing a game or a category that they can easily dominate while playing another game to try to get followers. You know, that sort of thing, like gaming the system, because it is in a way it's gaming the system. You know, abusing the limits of Twitch, which the rules of Twitch are you can't be shirtless, guy or girl, which is totally fair in my opinion. You can't be shirtless. Oh my gosh, I keep getting body parts out of the water thing. You know, you have to be clothed like a regular human being.
But it's so hot out.
But you know, the limits are pushed by these, and they're called cam girls, but cam girls are traditionally, oh my gosh, another body part. I'm having the worst luck. Cam girls are traditionally ones that go on cam girl sites, and which are pornographic websites where they get tips to take their clothes off, which is fine because it has its place. Like that's the whole goal of the thing, right? That's the intention. Twitch is a game streaming platform. It is not a cam girl platform. So when I see that sort of abuse going on, where they have really high angle cameras showing off their bosoms, their cleavage, you know, that sort of thing. That sort of thing really kind of irks me because not only does it abuse the goodwill of people watching, because the people watching, you know, who doesn't want to throw money at boobies when you're a kid and you don't have much experience in the matter. Yeah. You know, and you've got disposable income, you're going to be more likely to throw it at boobies than you are at anything else. And I'm not saying that I'm in it for money, because honestly I'm not. I do it because I love it, and I love the community, and I love the interaction. And it would be nice to make it a full-time job, but that's a pipe dream, right? I've got a real job, and I'm fine with that, you know. So like I was saying,
get out of here.
Like I was saying, it's one of those things that really irks me to see abused, and communities really do tend to
let go of my bucket.
Well,
communities really do tend to abuse that sort of thing in Twitch, and Twitch does little to abate it because it brings in money to them, because streamers get partnered, and that partnership brings in a lot of money, but in my opinion it brings down the whole platform. So I don't know the way I see it.
Pretty much.
I follow more Twitch streamers than I do YouTubers now.
Really?
Which is fine, because I try to part of Twitch for me is kind of, and we've used the term before, synergy, to use a corporate term, right?
Synergy, vertical integration.
You wanna make connections, right? You wanna have connections with other streamers, so guys can grow together. That's the whole idea. That's kind of what we do this show for, is to help each other grow. And you know,
once I'm famous, I'm out of here.
I figured as much. No,
Yeah.
but it's just like you want to make those connections so you guys host each other, you kind of make friends, you play games together, you make those kind of connections so that you can grow. And that's, to me, what Twitch is all about,
Yeah.
is that community of streamers as well as the sub-communities built up around the streamers, so the viewers that build up the communities around the streamers. And that's kind of a big deal. Here, Reki, here's some more water for you. So it's really important to me to kind of see that growth happen in the way that I guess it's meant to be and not forced or gamed, which is like why viewbotting is such a problem and things like that, because viewbots get you hundreds of views, like live viewers, and it cheats the system in that way because they're not real viewers, they're just bots.
Yeah.
That sort of stuff. I mean, there's a lot. So I'm rambling now, but
That's okay.
it drives me crazy, man.
It's really important, and like if you're not a streamer, it's like something that you don't really think about. Like,
Right.
it's basically TV,
Yeah.
and
you've got to fight for every viewer you get. I mean, for every show you put on, which is a stream, you've got to work to make it work and do well with it. So it's not like a trivial thing, and when people game the system, it hurts people who genuinely want to do it honestly. So
yeah.
it's a real pain in the butt.
What do you do with name tags?
If you find a name tag, throw them into the there's a bin near the bin dispenser. There's like a chest.
Oh,
I
gotcha.
collect them. Yeah, I collect them, and you get an achievement if you collect them all or something like that. So
Oops.
I've got a lot of them. So
You just drop it on top, or
yeah, just throw it in the no in the chest to the left.
oh, the left?
Your
Oh,
left, the blue one. Yeah.
Oh
throw
my
it in there with
gosh.
The rest of them. Yeah.
okay. There's a couple more up there if you haven't grabbed them.
I have not. So like, what is your take on that sort of thing?
I don't know. Like it's very similar. Where I feel like it's very easy to not be an authentic person.
Right.
Like when you're streaming, and you can still. I still have my light on from streaming. That's why I'm going blind. And you can still be a popular streamer and not like show your quote unquote true self. But I feel like the more inauthentic you are, like the less fun you'll have while doing it. Like it's basically hosting a play, or like basically not really. I don't know. It's more like playing a part rather than just being yourself.
Right, and I mean, if that's the sort of thing you can do long term, more power to you. But for me, it's like if I'm gonna do it long term, if I'm gonna do 8 hours of streaming a day for 5-6 days a week, I gotta be comfortable with what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Because I mean, you gotta have not only do you have to have comfortable surroundings, but you gotta be comfortable with what you're doing. Because I mean, I couldn't imagine being thrust into a position that I'm not super duper comfortable with, like a persona would be.
Yeah.
And it's just one of those things that it would be really difficult, and it'd be hard not to make that persona who you are.
Yeah.
Cause that's with that one streamer I was talking about that does the quote unquote satire version of her stream, where she's making fun of cam girls, but it's hard to tell if she actually is one and is just saying that she's
Yeah.
It comes to a point where is she actually has she fallen into the trap and she's just fooling herself, or
Well, especially if
does
it's
she
an
realize-
ongoing thing. Like,
Right, and
if it's something that you do for a week or a day, then
Yeah,
maybe.
as a joke, but that's her whole shtick. That's why she has followers and why she has a stream. And I don't mean to rail against one person, because she's not the only one that does it. I mean, there's stuff like that all over the place, but she's just the most prevalent example, and from what I understand, from what I've seen.
So where are we putting all these boxes?
There's actually an area for crates back here.
Oh, okay.
So,
Well, I'll see if there's any more over here.
Yep. Oh, ow! Got hit in the face by a barrel. That's a good throw. What other topics do we have on our nifty list? We need to really sit down one of these days and build that list pretty hardcore.
Yeah. Well, it's always there. But another thing that we had on there was I wrote down content ID is broken as fuck. And I think
well,
that's
doesn't that just explain itself?
yeah, pretty much. And like and it's a really interesting topic though, because just having so much difficulty getting music or something else on your site without copyright infringements or copyright strikes on your like YouTube account. And I don't know, it's very hard to it's very hard to find, not only find music, but find good music that's somewhat unique. And yeah, it's, I don't know, like I think I was telling you after our recording last time, where I actually got a copyright strike against, or a copyright warning against me, it wasn't a strike, on a video where I wrote a song from scratch on stream using only my voice. And somehow I received a copyright like warning because of that.
Yeah,
and there's
and
clearly something
what drives me
wrong.
nuts about that. Yeah, and what drives me nuts about that is the people that did, because it's an automated system, there is no accountability. It's on you. You are guilty until proven innocent.
Yeah.
And that's the worst part of it, is like it's not the way to do a system at all, because content creators, I understand that there's a lot going on where people will steal music or use music that, illegally, but there's also a lot of fair use that gets dinged for no good reason as well. And so I mean, it's one of the reasons that Jim Sterling, who is I don't know if you've ever seen any of his videos, but
some of them.
Yeah, he whoops, well, that was on me. But he actually started using, he found a loophole in the system. I think they've since fixed it. But there was an issue with the system where if you got content ID struck, if you had content ID claims from multiple sources, it would not split the content ID money. It would just give nobody content ID money. So what he ended up doing is
I did see that video.
He started using clips from different, more body parts, really. He started using multiple clips from different games that he knew would get content ID struck, and he, it was really funny because he just started, it would get multiple content IDs, and it wouldn't, nobody would get money off it. And he wasn't doing it for money. He had no ads or anything on his stuff because he's Patreon supported.
Yeah.
But he was pissed because people were making money off his content, which was fair use, 100% fair use.
Yeah.
And it fell under that fair use law. And he wouldn't get anything out of it, or they would be making money off of free content that he wasn't making money off of via YouTube. So it was insane to him. He was like, "This is crazy. It should not be this way." And I agree 100% that it's a freaking broken system, and I hate it because, like, if I play a game which has licensed music in it, but the game licensed the music, I still get punished for it.
Yeah.
Like GTA and stuff, it's like, but the music is licensed by the game, so by virtue of that, in theory, it shouldn't be dinging me this way. Like, but I still get nailed for it, and it's ridiculous.
It's super ridiculous. And coming from the other end of that, where I submitting that kind of stuff to the content ID, it's stupid that all you do is just click a button and then it's everywhere and you don't have to think about it anymore. And
right.
There's plenty of times where I feel that it's just unfairly taken care of.
Right.
Because I do have a strike on, well, not a strike, but I do have a content ID thing on my YouTube now because I played 10 seconds of a song to show what something I sampled from, and it was a really short thing, and I kind of want to dispute it, but at the same time I just don't want to get involved. But it's it was a 6-hour stream that I did, and 10 seconds of audio took all of the revenue that I could have gotten from it, which probably would have been 5 cents, but that's not really the point.
Right. Yeah, and I'm not a fan with the way they do it because, I mean, how fair use works is vague as it is, and it's almost an abuse of fair use in that regard, because they utilize it in such a way to monetize off of stuff that they didn't create. pretty crazy to me.
Also, your standing idle animation, who actually stands still with their fingers like randomly curling?
Wait,
like,
you tell me you don't do that? Wait, what?
So it's like, yeah, I don't know. I went to face cam for a second, but I turned off my light so I look like I'm in a dank cave somewhere.
Nice job.
Yeah, whatever. But yeah, it's like I fully appreciate Content ID and like the idea that they're trying to like.
It's a noble idea.
Yeah.
I mean, it really is, and I think it's a good idea to remove the human element from it, because then you don't have, you know, somebody checking out 10 billion claims a day or anything like that. But it's also pretty broken, because it's
that's
so
what that
abused.
does.
So abused.
I broke
And
it.
that's what'd you break?
I knocked over the thing.
Oh, good job.
I don't know how to take that. Yeah, so I don't know.
Yeah, and I mean, I see the point of it, and it's such a hassle for content creators.
Yeah.
And YouTube should not be about hassling content creators. It should be so it's easy to make content and a little more inconvenient to make copyright claims.
Yeah.
And the reason that I say that, and it's not to like punish like content like folks like you, where people would use your content against your will or outside of licensing.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I just it's one of those things that really just drives me nuts. In that it causes a lot more issues, and it should be easy to create content. It should not be hard.
Yeah.
And creating content is hard because you have to walk on eggshells because of an automated system, and you have very little say in whether it favors you or not. So, plus, I think there should be a statute of limitations for Content ID claims, because friggin' put a video out 6 months ago and it just got hit by a Content ID claim like yesterday.
Oh, really?
Really? Really?
That's kind of messed up.
A little silly. I mean, I understand that it's their content or whatever. It's a song from a game, and it already had like 3 or 4 Content ID claims on it, but it just had another one put on it. And it's like, come on, like, you guys got your money out of it. Stop milking, you know, what weak content I have in the first place for your own personal benefit.
Yeah.
Like, I think streaming, when you put a stream out there, is transformative in the sense that, like a video game stream, like for GTA, because if you're talking over it and interacting over it, the focus is not the game entirely. So, like, it just disgusts me that that can't be split multiple ways. Like I should get part of the money. Like, I'd be fine if it was a share.
Yeah, like 50-50 or
like,
whatever.
If I got like, for every, you know, 70 cents generated, I got like 20 cents, and the rest went to the RIAA or whoever made the Content ID claim, I'd be fine with that. But as it stands, I get punished because I put so much time and effort into making a cool video or whatever, and it happens to use GTA video that has music in the background,
Yeah.
so I have to re-edit it. And the weird thing is, YouTube makes it so you cannot go to the YouTube editor and modify a video when it's been Content ID claimed.
Yeah, and that's
Why?
and
Let me remove the music.
and I
So when
think
do
for
Twitch
shorter
upload, I
short-
can't do anything with it.
for shorter videos you have a little bit more opportunity to do that, but for long videos you can't edit videos that are longer than 2 hours.
Right.
So it's like that was a 6-hour
as a
stream that I had.
Yeah. And you can't go back and edit it.
Yeah.
And you'd have to download it.
Which you can't do if it has a content claim on it.
Right. Well, you'd have to go illegally, the illegal route, and download it using some other tool, like an outside tool, like Clip Converter or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, and those are not sanctioned tools. You're not supposed to use those, but they force you to. And then you have to do that, and then you download it at a lesser quality than what you originally streamed it at, or whatever. And
Well,
it's
and
already
downloading a
compressed,
6-hour video is a huge pain in the ass already.
and then editing a 6-hour video is no fun too. Because then you have to edit it and then export it, which re-encodes it, which reduces the quality even further, and it's a mess, man. It's so bad. Like, YouTube has a lot of things, and they just don't care. You ask them, and they just don't care. I think we're done. Everybody good? Reki, are you good?
Oh, I have a little dildo.
Oh, there's some blood up here. Oh, God.
Well,
Ew. Well, we're not done. Somebody want to pick up those body parts in a bin.
I'm gonna take this manhole cover and throw it in the incinerator, I guess.
Okay. I'm gonna go get a bin.
There's bins right next to the thing over here.
Oh, very nice.
I left them in a very organized place.
You are so organized.
I'm like a pro at this game already. See, it's only been like a half hour, and we already finished it.
Yeah, we did really well, actually.
Kicked ass.
Yeah, we did. But we can probably start another one, too.
Yeah, yeah.
And we probably won't finish another, but we can at least start it. We just gotta keep an eye out for more of those manhole covers full of
Yeah.
dead bodies.
floating intestines.
Nice.
Hate it when that happens.
Uh-oh.
What?
Oh.
Oh, there's another one. I'll
Did
get
you
it.
find another?
Hoocha! Look out.
Here, watch out. I'm gonna pick up the body parts. Put them in this bin.
Get out of my face. Okay, so you can turn on your little dildo, and it shows you what is bad and what's good. Okay.
Yep.
Well, that's
You
good.
can find where there's more bad stuff, like blood or rubbish type stuff. But yeah, the content ID system is broken as fuck, as you so succinctly put it.
Uh-oh. Found another one.
Oh, is it? It's over top the... Damn it. Alright, so we're not done yet. Get these boxes out of here.
Whoops.
Because it's gonna be a freaking mess.
Yeah, I don't know.
I died. You killed me.
You
Thanks.
died?
Sorry. Yeah, you can kill people by dropping a box on them.
So can I throw her in the incinerator?
You can. If you can see her body, you can probably pick it up.
I'm grabbing your
Not.
butt.
Get off my butt.
Reki, you're jumping in the gun. PG. Alright. Whatever.
We have like a union or something? Should we need to file some paperwork or?
Nah, it's fine.
Oh, okay.
They respawn. It's fine. He's back. Reki, you're so careless. Anyways, so it's interesting to see content ID from both sides, to be honest.
Yeah, and that's the thing.
It blows in some ways and it's good in others, and the ways that it sucks are much more pronounced, in my opinion, than the ways that it doesn't.
Yeah.
And they really should revisit it.
Yeah, and as a content creator, I can totally appreciate them trying to, and them, I mean, it's not like an altruistic gesture. They're trying to make their damn money.
Right.
But I can appreciate what they're trying to do because, like, you know, I get my couple pennies from my streams and everything else.
Yeah.
But I don't content ID my music because I hate it when people run into that issue. And I don't want people to run into that issue with my music.
Right.
So I just leave it as it is, which is fine. But I don't know. I think we're almost done here.
Now I think we are, yeah. I don't think there's any more of those things unless there's one over the barrels, but there's not. So I think we're good. I think we can go.
Just a
punch
second,
out
I
once
got
that
it.
last box is-
I got chuck this in here.
Are you good?
That seems safe.
Let's go punch out.
Punch. Punch.
Activate.
Oh, you have to hit like 5, right?
I am proud of my performance and certain it will meet with approval.
Oh.
Bum-ba-da-bum-ba-ba-ba.
I got Employee of the Month.
I got Employee of the Month. There can be
That was
only one.
100%. Nice job.
I also got like 7 achievements.
Yeah, you'll get a lot of achievements for finishing one with 100% the first time.
Okay.
But you can see my office is quite large and very clean.
Oh, there we go.
Cleaned the office is trashed when you start.
Yeah,
So-
what the hell?
We've done a lot of cleaning. Alright, so how do we start another one of these things? I forget.
Go out the door.
Alright, well, let me. Oh, you probably gotta do the hand thing, don't I?
Oops. Yeah, that's gone forever.
Okay, we're exiting the office.
Okay.
Starting another assignment, I'll send you guys an invite. So
Okay.
host, we'll do short one if there is one. Might be one we've done before, Reki, but
That's fine. Well, whatever.
let's do Splatter Station. Alright, start work.
Joining, I think.
Yep. Yeah, you can join on me.
Squad up, fam. I don't know.
Alright, so we got bins here, so we might as well start picking up what's out here.
Yeah, just make
Where's
a bunch of
the
bins.
incinerator? You know?
I'll just make a bunch of bins.
Okay.
I'm on bin
Best way to
duty.
do it, because then if you get body
Yeah, if you
parts
get a
out of
bad
it,
one,
then,
yeah.
it'll be much easier to deal with. We probably won't finish it, so. But anyway, so
I found a leg.
what else we got on our list? Do we have anything else on our list?
Oh yeah, we've got plenty of things on our list.
We
We
do?
don't want to burn through all of them though.
Yeah, well then, what do you want to talk about?
I'm just getting legs now. Is that normal?
No.
Yeah, you're getting
Yeah.
bins.
Yeah.
I got like
no, it's random. It's just bad.
12 legs.
Yeah, you just have bad luck. Happens to me all the
Rah.
fucking time.
I'm mad. Okay.
Garg.
Let's see. There was one that you were talking about a while ago when we were playing Dungeon Defenders, calling canon and headcanon for fandoms,
Oh, boy.
and I had no idea what you were talking about for that.
All right, so
Yeah, I'm sure this is going to be a rant that lasts much longer than 30 minutes.
Yeah. So Reki, yeah, this is dangerous ground for Reki. So because I have very different opinions than my wife does.
What? You're not
yeah,
one
on this
person?
one. No, we are not a homogenized unit. But yeah, so if you don't know do you not know what headcanon is?
From my understanding, and this is the layman's perspective from somebody who doesn't follow a whole lot of fandoms, canon is basically what is true, quote unquote, inside the series or the universe, and
Right.
Headcanon
it's
is
what the creator says
Yeah.
is correct.
and headcanon is the not necessarily imagined, but the
what people want.
fictionalized version.
Yes, the fictionalized version. That's correct. So that sums it up very nicely. So canon versus headcanon, it just depends on your perspective, right? Because
Yep.
some people like to imagine, X character should have been with Y character, or
Yep.
That's called shipping. That's different.
yeah,
Yep.
but you can also headcanon that like they secretly love them. That's my headcanon because it was never said in canon. It was never said in canon that they didn't love each other. That sort of stuff.
Yep.
So there's a lot of that I see, and I'm a canon guy. Like for me, if the creator says something, then it is what goes. So if the creator of it says, "Hey, I never intended for character A to be interested in character B in any other sense than platonic," then
but creators don't often come out and say that kind of thing. Most just shrug and say whatever you want.
Yeah, and there's definitely points for both sides, I guess, is the best way of putting it. Like,
where's the incinerator? Do we know yet?
it's way at the end.
Okay.
Like, there's definitely points to be made for both sides. I mean, for one, like, it's good to create a universe that's rich enough to have people who want to, like, add their own things to it, and
I agree with that.
they feel like that the universe is rich enough to allow that, and it's flexible enough.
Right.
But that doesn't necessarily mean that whatever the creator says that should be, canonical. Like if the creator comes out and says, "No, these two people aren't together," like it's not necessarily something that you need to keep shipping, I guess.
Well,
Why not?
The way that I look at it,
Because
is,
if you're
it's a
okay with
respect
fiction,
thing.
If you're okay with
though.
fiction,
It's
then
a respect for the creator of it.
I
Because
completely disagree with that.
well, that's fine, but that's my point of view. That's
I
why
know.
we do this show. It's the mandatory social interaction show, and we're socially interacting.
yeah. And if you understand that at that point you're creating fiction within fiction, if you want to get all Inception about it, then go for it. Who cares? But if you're like trying to push this, oh well, these people are together because this, and this. And because I say
it's
so.
Still, it's yeah.
No,
and you're
I
still,
completely
and you're
agree with
still
that.
peddling that to people, and that's where my problem comes in, because I have seen people still peddling things against what the creator has specifically said, and I mean it happens in a lot of fandoms and a lot of universes, and they're like, well, this is the way that it should have been, so that's the way that I'm going to see it. You're freaking wrong. You can't tell me that this is the way that it's going to be, because that's not the way it is. The way it is what the creator says, and if you don't have the respect for the creator of the content to...
But saying I'm
Don't
going
interrupt
to
me!
No, it's fine.
I'm gonna believe this anyway doesn't hurt you at all. Saying you have to believe this is what's harmful.
Yeah, it depends on how you present your idea. Like, you can say I think this all you want, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it's true. It's just that you think that. Like, you know, people believe a lot of weird things, and that doesn't necessarily mean that they're true, but that's just how it is. Like, you're allowed to believe stuff. It's just when you start telling people what you believe as the truth, and they have to believe it, or else they're wrong and they're bad and they're a bad person and they shouldn't be talked to anymore. That's obviously something a little bit different. That's
Totally agree with that.
closer to fanaticism almost. But that's getting a little high or heavy. So yeah, I
Hey,
completely
This
agree.
is mandatory social interaction. We can get heavy if we want.
We're on vacation.
We're on vacation.
You're on vacation.
I don't give a shit.
But I think that there's definitely points to be made for both sides. Like, there's nothing wrong with creating a fiction as long as you understand that fiction is something that either you hold to yourself or that it just isn't true. And, you know,
Well, and that's what makes it a headcanon, is
Yeah.
that it's in your head. Keep it there.
yeah.
Well, keep it there, but interacting with the community and saying, hey, I think this, and maybe finding other people who think the same is not saying everyone should think this. It's
Well,
Yeah.
that's
saying,
fine.
I
But
think
that's
this.
where you go create a community about it. You don't go to the
That's-
official community
that's
and
what
start saying,
fandom
well,
is,
this
though.
is the way that I like it, so it should be this way.
Yeah,
No,
exactly.
no.
We're agreeing on the same thing here.
Tim keeps coming back to that point, though. Like, most people don't say that. Only
It doesn't matter. I mean, it doesn't matter what I mean. What we're agreeing on the same point, except we're delineating between like what some people say versus what other people say, and it's
Right.
like that's they can say whatever they want. It's just they can't force that idea on somebody else.
Right. They can't force it against canon, because it's not. Simply put.
Yeah. So we agree.
There you go.
Next topic. Conflict
We
resolved.
warned you not to get started in this. We
What?
warned
Let's
you.
see that.
Well, yeah. Well, it's.
That took 10 minutes. Come on, guys. We gotta try harder than that.
I could normally go on with that one forever, but I don't want to argue with my wife while I'm on vacation. So.
Vacation.
Whoa! Wow, that was bad.
Good job. Way to drop all those guts
I just
everywhere.
launched rubbish everywhere. Whoops! I jumped over some boxes because somebody threw like 80 boxes in the walkway.
Listen,
Yeah, I'm in a hallway.
Oh, is that you, Ben?
listen.
Hey, dude.
I'm doing my job here, okay? Just throwing boxes. If you can't keep up with me,
Get on my level.
you don't deserve my best. If you okay, somebody's teleporting through the ceiling with a exorcist box below them. I don't really understand what's going on over there, but I think the aliens came back.
Yeah. Are they gonna kill us?
I don't know.
Boy. Oh dear. Oh dear.
Yeah, I'm getting some weird latency issues where there's like stuff teleporting all over the place. It's
I think that's just the game, man. Honestly, the game does some really wacky stuff.
physics simulators are always pretty
Yeah.
fun.
They get crazy.
Well, if you're watching Tim's side of this video, I recommend watching my side
Yeah.
because
YouTube double that.
it definitely seems like there's an exorcist situation on our hands. Like, I just have this aura of physics around me that makes everything kind of go nuts.
Really?
Yeah, it's pretty weird. Oh my god, you got a Ghostbusters thing.
Huh?
Oh, maybe that's Reki.
Ghostbusters.
Somebody
I got
just
a
fired a
bullet hole
proton
sealer.
pack at me.
Oh yeah. She's got the. It's a hole sealer. It seals holes from bullets. 'Cause you
That
gotta
would
fix
make
those
sense.
Too.
That-
And it's cool. It's cool because if you hold it on the spot too long, it'll light the floor on fire and make more mess.
Nice.
I
Yeah,
love the way they do
wanna
stuff
see?
in this game. Please don't do it, Reki. No. Anyway, so I am just looking forward to vacation. I'm ready to get out of town and
I
be
don't
out of
blame
town for a while and stuff like that. So that'll be good. Gonna be a lot of fun. So you mentioned that you'd like to do a convention and do a panel of your own. Of some
Yeah.
kind?
Yeah, very similar to what you're doing. Just because I think that I, like you, have a decent amount of experience with streaming, and just with not necessarily the correct way, but a proper way to do streaming, where you be a person, you don't be a caricature of something, and you just I don't know. It's so technical, and it's so... Jeez, watch where you're throwing stuff.
Never.
It can be really difficult to get started with streaming, because not only you have to have the personality for it, you have to have the technical information, like how to actually...
You really do. I mean, if you don't have the technical side down, it can be really, really difficult to get started. I mean, if you don't know basics about like cameras and basics about audio properties and things like that, it's gonna be tough because I mean, audio knowledge about like how a noise gate works or that sort of stuff. Like knowledge about that sort of thing is kind of important.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't really get that, and that's one of the things, like when you watch a lot of amateur Twitch streamers versus the pros, the people who do it for a living and who have that sub button, you can see the clear difference because the audio quality is better, the video quality is better, and not just because they have quality options via the stream, because you can adjust the quality for your bandwidth for the partner streamers. It's like in terms of the way that everything's set up, their overlays look more professional if they have them. I mean, just overall, their presence is much more polished.
Mm-hmm.
It's a huge difference. It makes such a big difference, and you don't really realize it until you watch the difference.
Yeah.
Like there's a few streamers that I watch that they're good, but they just don't have any polish, and I can only watch them for a short amount of time before I lose interest because either they don't have a face cam or their audio quality is terrible, like they're using a headset to talk through, and it sounds like you're listening to someone on Xbox Live talk, and it gets pretty bad. And there's just stuff like that really sets them apart. So knowing those basics, even from just a 1 hour talk perspective, can make all the difference in the way your stream operates and looks. So
yeah, there's
I'm
definitely
not
a lot
gonna go
of
into any like specifics, like how to set OBS up. It's going to be all just the general, like equipment that the equipment you'll have to use, like a webcam and some kind of an audio input, either a USB mic or a soundboard mixer with an audio interface or a USB soundboard, that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Things like that. Like it really, like I'm gonna go very high level. It's not gonna be like super it's not gonna be like a super in-depth kind of thing,
But it doesn't have to be. I mean, if
Yeah.
people are even attending that talk, they're passionate, or at least they're interested, if not passionate, about that.
Right.
And I mean, I think it's also important to say that if you want to stream, be sure to do it because you're interested in streaming, not because you want to become a YouTube millionaire, because you're not going
Right.
to.
Correct.
Just like,
And
period. You're not going to become a
that's
millionaire.
the big thing. That's what a lot of people don't realize. And a lot of folks that are interested in streaming are I don't know. They're just it can help them decide whether it's worthwhile, because there is a monetary component, because you have to purchase some equipment.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you have to have a microphone. You have to have a computer that can stream while you play games, or if you want to play console games in Elgato, I mean, using your console to stream with is a really bad idea. And I mean, that's just all there is to it. It really truly is a terrible idea.
Speaking of bad ideas, don't put a bucket inside another bucket. Holy crap! Are you seeing this, or?
I'm seeing a bucket and a bucket actually in front of you.
Mine.
Wow, how'd that happen?
Mine is going very crazy. Get in the fire. Go away.
I never want to see you again.
Yeah. So.
That was something.
So I think that it's really good to have that type of information out there.
Yeah, and I'm really eager to do it because the podcasting one I did last year was really good. Like, everybody was really nice and everybody seemed to really enjoy it, and I had a good time doing it and putting it on. Plus, everybody there got candy, so you can't beat that either.
What?
Yeah, I give out candy when I do my presentations.
That's
my
one way to
panels.
get people's attention.
Yeah, well, a business card, and a wristband. So they know where to find me, and then they also have a cool wristband to wear. Some free swag.
Is it an ICT wristband?
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot that you made those.
Yeah, I had 200 of them made. So
Wow.
they were pretty cheap. It was like $35 for 200 or something.
Oh, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, it was pretty nice. So I got that done, and I've been giving those out ever since. They don't last forever because like I wore mine like day in and day out, and the letters fade through hand washings and stuff like that. They don't last forever, but they're still nice. And yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with that. Is I do that, and it kind of gets the name out there without being too preachy. Like, I don't go around and say, hey, you should watch my stream. I just give them the stuff and let them make the decision on their own. And I say, hey, my name's Tim. I stream as Insert Point Theater, blah, 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 and let them make the choice as to whether they want to, engage with me or not.
Yeah.
Because my goal is to not sell my stream or anything. My goal is honestly to give the information. And that's kind of the tack you have to take when you do a presentation is you're not in it for a personal gain. They're in it for a personal gain. And you need to realize that you're giving them that
Hey, have you
that
thrown
gain.
that?
Huh? Yeah, I'm not going to throw it. I don't want it to blow
I
up.
thought that was Ben.
Huh? No, Ben, come here.
Hi.
Where are you
Can I have
at?
that? Thank you.
Here. Take this.
Sorry. Shit. Get the fuck out of here.
To throw that, Ben. Throw the glowy thing. Have you
Why?
thrown one yet? Let's do it. It's fun. That sigh. That was worth it.
Okay, well the next one's going at your face.
It might actually kill me, so.
Well, that's the price you pay.
But I'm really looking forward to it. I mean, just overall, the convention's going to be fun, and
Yeah.
aside from the drinking games and shenanigans, I mean, there's a lot of cool events. Like, they have a fire show they do every year, and all sorts of really cool stuff.
So fire show is in, like, are any of the hula hoopers you were talking about before?
They do. Yeah, they do. No, they do like hula hooping. They do fire breathing. They do poi. I mean, they do everything. It's really impressive and extremely cool.
Yeah, because
the way they
Christine
do it.
actually does fire hooping.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's really awesome.
One of these
Yeah.
days, I'm sure we'll have to go to a con together or something.
Yeah, that would be fun. That'd be good. Someday they will be begging us to go to the cons.
Yeah. We want MSIS live, damn it.
Shut your face.
Wait, who just tried to put me in the incinerator? The door just closed on me. It must have been me. I must have clicked wrong. Oh,
yeah,
God.
MSIS Live would be pretty crazy.
Well, it's
to do
basically just this. Like, we'd put on Smash Brothers or something.
and just talk.
Okay.
Oh.
But we could take topics from the people watching. So there you
Oh,
go.
yeah.
That would be cool.
But yeah, it would
That'd
be a lot of
pretty
fun.
nifty.
There's just this little piece of goop down here, and I can't pick it up because I keep closing the door. Oh. Nope, it's stuck down there. Oh, got it.
Walk through the goop. Oh.
What?
Oops, I'm treading.
Oh my
Oops,
God.
bad. I know, shame on me. So I think that we are at the 53-minute mark, so I think this is probably a good spot to end.
Sure. I don't know.
So,
It's a fun game. I wouldn't mind doing it again sometime when
It's a good platform to just chill out and talk in, for for sure. So
when I haven't been streaming for 2 hours and recording for another 2 hours.
yeah,
Why are you trying to start me on fire?
I'm trying to strike you with boxes.
Oh.
I'm trying to kill you. So
Oh, that's how this is gonna go?
box fight. Box fight.
Gasoline fight!
Zoolander style.
I'm
But,
better at
that
video
has-
games
this
than
has-
you.
This
Ha,
has been,
caught it.
This has been
No.
Another episode.
This has
of
been
the
Viscera Cleanup Detail Deathmatch.
Deathmatch. Look at all the blood footprints we're leaving. But
Where'd you go? Get in the incinerator. Oh my god, that's not fair. You can't proton pack me.
I will proton back you.
Can't pick you up.
I'm lighting everything
I feel
on fire.
like that guy with the pizza box is the room on fire.
There. You can't start me on fire now. I have a bucket. Oh no! The buckets go away.
Fucking that and burn it to death. Incinerated it.
I don't. The physics are going nuts again.
Anyways, so this has been an episode of the Mandatory Social Interaction Show. I really appreciate you guys hanging out with us today. I am Tim. Or do you want to go first? I went first last time, or do you want?
Well, I can't hear myself think because there's lasers going into my head.
Literally now.
Yeah, that's wrecky. But
Oh, that's right.
yeah, so my name is Ben, and you can find me on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, and Patreon at Ben_Burns. That's BURNES. I primarily do music production, but I am getting more into game stuff as well, and now you're covering me in blood. That's cool. So
I got the MSIS splash up again.
yeah, maybe I should do that too, and we'll just hear the weird squishy sounds. So yeah, that's me. I'm gonna grab your helmet off your head. So where can we find you, Tim?
You can find me on Twitch at twitch.tv/insertcointheater, on YouTube at youtube.com/insertcointheater.com, that's insertcointheater, DOTCOM. You can find me on the web at insertcointheater.com and on Twitter at ICT_podcast. Also, I've been posting often to the Facebook again, using Hootsuite, which lets me post to both Twitter and Facebook. So if you're more
yes.
of a Facebook type, you can go ahead and hit up facebook.com/insertcointheater as well. So either one of those works.
Put that on the list right now. Why Facebook sucks for small businesses.
Yeah, that's a good one. But anyway, so thank you so much for joining us. Please remember to like and subscribe.
Yep.
Like the video, subscribe to our respective channels, and we will see you guys next week on the Mandatory Social Interaction Show. Thank you guys very much for hanging out.
See ya.